At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. A little bit of a late start here at the dirt track at Charlotte, but we are ready to go here. These drivers have been out practicing for a little bit, and now here tonight, they're ready to set things off. Tonight, Ed Brissett, though, looks like he will take the Elmo's Fast Time Pole Award here tonight. So Ed Brissett laying down the fastest time of the evening with his tap dancing shoes out there. He likes hot dogs, I hear, so maybe he's eating a couple of those here tonight. But race fans, we have on the docket here another great round. This is round 7 in the championship standings. When you come into tonight and when you look at who is at the top of those championship standings, it is Speedy Brissett, Josiah Millen, and C.J. LeVere. All three very strong drivers that have, well, made their name right here at the dirt track at Charlotte here on the iRacing.com platform. But we are ready to go racing here tonight. Racing tonight, heat races on the docket. It looks like 2 heat races will be on the call. Let's take you down trackside here. This is your starting lineup for heat race number 1. Starting on the front row, making his first ever start here in the 802 Modified Series presented by G Stone Motors, it will be Marty C. I want to say this last name is... well, this is Marty C for now. And making his debut here to the outside, driving car number 93, this is Jason Butterfield. He's making his first start here with the 802 Modified Series. Josiah Millen, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, will start back there in P number 3 here tonight with his Jordan Hen Racing number 40. And starting fourth, driving car number 15 here tonight, this is Ed Brissett. Starting back at 5th, it's the Heath Auto 4 of C.J. LeVere. Speedy Brissett, driving car 03 here, your championship leader tonight. He will start back in 6th. And starting 7th, the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee. His name is Racing Jason Dobbs, driving the number 98 out the gate here tonight. Racing Jason will start 7th. Shiloh Boyce will drive car number 66 here tonight. He's also making his first ever start. He will start back into the 8th position, while Chad White will drive car number 17. He will start back there in position number 9, while Scott Riol, driving car number 4, will start 10th. And Justin Carby, driving car number 29, will start there in P number 11. That's your starting lineup here for heat race number 1 as they roll out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway here at Charlotte. The track is set. It looks good here tonight for these drivers, as we will have our first heat race on the docket. Looking like all drivers will transfer in here from our heat races tonight, so nobody going to get sent home here at the dirt track at Charlotte here in round number 7. Of course, round number 7 tonight is brought to us by GStoneMotors.com. So 11 cars do make the call here in heat race number 1, so we're going 11 strong. See Calla on the front row here. That is Marty driving car number 52. It's that red RSN entry. He'll start on the front row. Butterfield to the outside, Millen, and then Brissett here as they come this time by. Green flag will come up. This time out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. 10 laps the distance here in heat race number 1. Good start by the top 4, top 5 right there, because call C.J. LeVere back there. Here's Josiah Millen in car number 40 going for the race lead down to the bottom. They will make it 3 wide down on turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 here tonight. Lap number 1 going to go to Jason Butterfield. Butterfield leading lap number 1 here. Millen not going way down on the bottom side of the speedway here, so it's 1 in the books. Lap 2 going in the books. It's car number 93 here tonight. That'll be Butterfield back to the point here, but he's going to bring Marty and car number 52 to the outside here. They will roll the top lane. Charlotte always goes to the top sooner or later, and that's where these drivers are starting to migrate themselves to. Another lap in the book, that time by And Butterfield will be the race leader. Here is Ed Brissett, though he had our Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award here tonight. They are all up onto the outside now. Look at that. There's the number 98, the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee, driving the number 98. That's racing Jason Griffith Dobbs Jennings for 6. Dobbs detailing his Volunteer Nation entry. There you see him. He started back there into the 7th spot. He's worked his way up. Battle, though, is between Ed Brissett and Josiah Millen. Butterfield holding the top spot, but for how long? Because they're side by side. Marty going to make a little bit of a mistake. He's going to slide up in front of the number 15. They make contact. Now they're 3 wide down the back straightaway. That he's auto repair number 4. Going to slide up in front. There is going to be Butterfield, Millen, Brissett, your top 3 drivers with just 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. The racing is hot and heavy already here tonight. And this is just heat race number 1. Battle for the race lead. Actually, it's not the race lead. That is Millen and Brissett making some moves. And no contact there between Ed Brissett and the 4 of C.J. LeVere. Now Ed Brissett's going to get into the back there. Caution lights are going to come on. Caution lights with 3 laps to go, as I believe C.J. LeVere in car number 4 has gone around. There you see the Heath Auto Repair number 4. Driver out of New York having some problems. So as C.J. LeVere will duck down into pit road. We'll take the look back here. What happened to C.J. LeVere in car number 4? Everybody got stacked up on the outside lane there. There was Ed Brissett. He comes up, feeds a little bit of a right rear to the left front of that Heath Auto Repair number 4. C.J. going up into the outside wall, just gets tangled with that right front, and that Heath Auto Repair number 4 goes right around. Look at that number 15. He'll come right up here. He thought he had the room, tried to throw it sideways. You saw he tried to make the attempt to stay off the 4 of CJ, and then something possibly broke on car number 4 as he went up into the outside wall. So, unfortunately, CJ going to have to go to the pits. He will not rejoin here tonight, so Jason Butterfield will be the race leader when we do come back here tonight, the driver out of Syracuse, New York. A couple Syracuse drivers here into the field tonight. Jason, of course, making his first ever start here with the 802 Modified Series. So the iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck lights will go out here. It'll be Butterfield, Millen, Dobbs, Brissett, Rayom and Cicala back there. Cicala driving car number 52 here tonight, also making his first start. Green flag up, and Jason going to lead us down to turn number 1 as the green flag is back out. The old popsicle sticks coming out alongside with him. It'll be Butterfield squirting out down the back straightaway as our race leader. Millen trying to chase him down, running a little bit higher in car number 40 as the white flag going to get displayed this time. Millen now working side by side on the final lap of the heat race. Car number 40 out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, trying to come around the outside, trying to bring Jason Dobbs along with him. Butterfield going to go down to the corner. He's going to hold it down to the bottom. Millen's going to try and keep it high, wide, and handsome around the outside. He'll do it. It'll be car number 40 of Josiah Millen picking up heat race number 1 here tonight. Millen picked up a heat race win last week, so he'll pick up right where he left off as taking heat race number 1. So heat race number 1 was pretty interesting there between all those drivers. Another 11 drivers are going to make their way to the starting lineup, and this is how they will look. Starting in the front row, driving the Rays Dying Tubing, number 22, the driver out of Vermont. This is Dylan Rabtoy. Starting to his outside, the driver out of North Syracuse, New York, driving car number 79 for the Full Throttle Motorsports Dirt Car entry. This is Dean Reynolds. Starting in P number 3, driving car number 4 here tonight. John Bregman will drive car number 4, starting in P number 3. And driving car number 14 here tonight, this is John Michael Brissett, driving car number 14. He'll start into the 4th position. 5th position here tonight, the driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Full Moon Garage, Full Moon Motorsports Zero Machine. This is Robbie Schaefer. And starting back into the 6th spot, driving car number 5 here. He goes by the name of Brandon Guerin. We got to talk to him last week in that Gagno Racing number 5. He'll start 6th here in heat race number 2. Stephen Brissett driving car number 59 here tonight for the Brissett Racing Stables. He will start 7th. Mr. Eric Riel, driving car 02 for the Brissett Racing Stables, will start back in 8th. And how about car number 46 here tonight? Jonathan Hutchins, driving car number 46, will start back into the 9th spot, while Craig Bristol, driving car number 8 out of New York, will start 10th. Shotgun to the field here tonight. It's the Lowell Motorsports driving the 1X2 entry. This is Rob Lowell. He'll start back there in P number 11. So 11 cars, 10 laps the distance here. Heat race number 2. Final heat race of the night. All drivers will lock themselves in here tonight. So these drivers are battling for their starting positions. There you see them out front here. It'll be Reynolds. Starting to the outside of the number 22, the youngster out of Vermont, driving the raised iron tubing number 22. Island Excavating number 22, that's Dylan Rabtoy. He'll lead us to the green flag here tonight, real slow this time out of turn number 4. And there we go, a real late start there, but the final heat race of the night is on. They all give chase. Look at Reynolds, though. He goes way high, wide, handsome. He's going to take the race, lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. We just saw the outside work in our last heat race when Josiah Millen went to victory lane in heat race number 1. Now, right on board with your race leader, Dean Reynolds goes from P number 2 to P number 1 on lap number 1. So he leads the first lap as they work down the back straightaway. Good battle back here between the raised iron tubing number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. One car a little bit tight actually back there. That was the Ford machine. Car number 4 of John Bregman. He was tight. There goes the Full Moon Garage, the Hamburg Hot Dog. That's Robbie Schaefer. It's been a while since we've seen the Hamburg Hot Dog here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Taking a little time off. It was hockey season. Can't really, put too much bad juju in the number 97 of Robbie Schaefer. So Schaefer actually running car 97 here tonight. They pulled out the old 97. Got the 0 off the side of that. Right now, Robbie Schaefer back into the 5th spot. Right behind them, then it is going to be the number 59. That's that blue and white machine. That is Stephen Brissett. There you see him driving car number 59 here tonight. Haven't missed anything up front. One driver towards the back of the field here, getting really close to the outside wall. That was the Coors Light number 8 of Craig Bristol out of New York. He was all sorts of out of shape, but out front, it's the other New York driver. The North Syracuse, New York driver driving car number 79 of Dean Reynolds. He picked up the big W last week to take home his first feature win ever. Dean Reynolds picked it up right here with the 802 Modified Series at the Volusia Speedway last week, but he's going to have to work for this heat race with 4 laps to go. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 car, a little bit of a breakaway from the rest of the field as they work down the back straightaway. Reynolds, Rabtoy, Brissett, Guerin right there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now here comes that 22. The raised iron tubing entry going to try and slide up. Not going to make the pass. He's going to lose a spot, actually, instead of gaining a spot. Here comes John Michael Brissett driving car number 14. John Michael will keep it wound up to the outside. The raised iron tubing entry right down around the bottom as the old popsicle sticks coming up. It'll be just 2 more laps to go here tonight at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Reynolds with a commanding lead as he works down the back straightaway. Now Rabtoy falls back into P number 3. Brandon Guerin and the Guerin family, Gagnon Racing, number 5, trying to see if he can pick up another spot. The Hamburg Hot Dog and Robbie Schaefer starting to close in, but will it be a little bit too late because that 79 entry of Dean Reynolds is out for a Tuesday evening drive here. So Dean Reynolds will pick up heat race number 2 at the line. It'll be John Michael Brissett, Dylan Rabtoy, Brandon Guerin, Robbie Schaefer, John Bregman, Stephen Brissett, Eric Riel, Hutchins, Lowell, and Bristol. That's how they will all go here tonight in our heat races. So Josiah Millen and Dean Reynolds, and well, call it a repeat from last week, because when you look back and see who picked up the heat races last week, well, Dean Reynolds picked up heat race number 1, and then Josiah Millen picked up heat race number 2. Of course, Dean Reynolds did go on to lead all laps and pick up that win. Of course, when you look at the almost pit stop fast time award from last week, it came out of the Brissett Racing Stables once again. Speedy Brissett picked up that last week, and the almost pit stop fast time award here tonight goes to Ed Brissett. So the Brissett Racing Stables, they have some really fast whips out here tonight in the 358 Modifieds that the 802 Modified Series has here tonight. Of course, it is G-Stone Motors night. We're going to take a quick break here from the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll be back here after our invocation with Feature Racing.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F-450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports. And it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont. At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here to the dirt track at Charlotte as we're getting ready to go feature event racing here tonight, race fans. 40 laps is on the docket. That is what is left here in round number 7 because these drivers, they've gone through their qualifying sessions. They've gone through their heat races. The field is set. Let's head down trackside to get that starting lineup here for all your race fans. This is how they're going to line up here tonight for the 40-lap feature event. Starting on the front row, out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the Jordan Hen Racing number 40, this is Josiah Millen. And starting in P number 2, out of North Syracuse, New York, driving the dirt car number 79 for the Full Throttle Motorsports, this is Dean Reynolds. Making his first ever feature event here with the 802 Modified Series, this is car number 93, this is Jason Butterfield. And back into P number 4, driving car number 14 out of New York, this is John Michael Brissett. And back in 5th, it's the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee, the number 98 coming out the gate here tonight, this is racing Jason Dobbs. Starting back in 6th, the driver out of Vermont, driving the raised iron tubing number 22, this is Dylan Rabtoy. Ed Brissett, the tap dancer, the hot dog eater, driving car number 15. Ed Brissett will start 7th. And Brandon Garan, driving car number 5, will start back in 8th with the Gagno Racing number 5. Starting in the 9th position, making his first ever start, driving car number 52. This is going to be Marty C. Calla. Starting back into the 10th spot, driving the number 97 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, the Full Moon Garage entry. This is Robbie Schaefer. 11th will be car number 4 out of New York. This is Scott Rayome, while also his New York counterpart, driving car number 4 here tonight. This will be John Bregman. Back into P number 13 here tonight. He drives the 03. That's Speedy Brissett with Steven Brissett right along him, beside him in car number 59. Starting back into the 15th position, there's Shiloh Boyce in car number 66, making his first start back in 15th. Mr. Eric Riel driving the 02 in 16th. Is it'll be Carby in car number 29 back in 17th. Hutchins will start back into the 18th spot. White is 19th. Lowell is 20th. 21st is CJ LaVere. And rounding down the 22-car field here tonight, that is Craig Bristol. So 22 cars do make the call here tonight for 40 laps. For our feature, we will go racing this time by out of turn number 4. It'll be in the hands of Josiah Millen to the inside with Dean Reynolds to the outside. Green flag is up. Put the 40 laps on the board. 40 laps on the board for these drivers. as Millen will slide up to the outside. Dobbs trying to make a move there. He slipped up. He might have to hold back now. Down to the bottom side, here comes the 93 of Butterfield. Butterfield going to lead lap number 1 at the line over Mr. Millen. So Butterfield leading a lap. Look at Dean Reynolds in the dirt car entry. He's just right up against the back bumper there as they work down the back straightaway. Take a look at our Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram onboard camera with the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. There's Millen out front at the line. That time Millen will be credited with leading that lap. So 2 different leaders in the first 2 laps of racing action that we have had here tonight. Butterfield is about the only driver that is left down on the bottom side of the speedway. You got to go all the way back here to the 7th spot. That's the Vermont native. That's the race tie and tubing number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. Rabtoy wrapping the bottom. He's got the tap dancer of Ed Brissett, who did pick up that Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award here tonight. Ed Brissett's back there running into the 11th spot. He's down around the bottom. Then you got the 03 of Speedy Brissett also down there. And I believe that is the 66 of Shiloh Boyce also back there. Everybody down around the bottom side. Been green flag racing here. The battle, though, is for that 3rd spot. It's Millen, it's Reynolds, it's Butterfield, then John Michael Brissett. There you see the 14 of John Michael Brissett. He picked up the first 2 races of the season that we held here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And he is inside the top 5, and it is early here for John Michael Brissett. Butterfield still down around the bottom side. Contact just behind them. I believe that was the 5. It was. Brandon Garand. And racing Jason. Jason checked up on the outside. Everybody just kind of got stacked up. They're all tucked back in line. Talk about tucked up. Look at, oh, that was the 4. That was, I believe, Scott Rayome in car number 4. He got up into the outside wall, and then somebody got into him. There's the 1X2 entry. Rob Lowell down on the bottom side. Look at them, 3 wide. This is battling. This is outside the top 10 right now. You're watching 17th position. That's car number 4. That is Scott Rayome. To the inside of him, that is Steven Brissett, CJ LeVere, who had very terrible time down in his heat race, and he's now had to work his way back with a backup car tonight. Boyce down on the bottom in car number 66. There you see it if you're following along on the timing and scoring. It's scoring him as car 66. But if you're actually looking for his car on screen, it's the 518 entry. That is Shiloh Boyce there in car number 518 or 66 on the scoring tower. Millen still the race leader here, but he is under attack. The inside lane now starting to work. And that is Jason Butterfield coming back to the inside, not quite able to snipe that number 40 of Millen. Millen getting a little loose on the outside. That's going to give Butterfield the advantage here as they work down into turn number 3. I thought the driver out of Syracuse, New York, had a moment where he was going to be able to go up to the outside. He will lead lap number 12. They have the 46. That's Hutchins just out in front of your race leaders. And car number 46 is running the outside lane right now. We'll see how that affects the race leaders. Millen going to still go high here, see if he can squeeze car number 40 up there and get around him. And Millen actually will lead lap number 13 here tonight. One car has pulled it to the infield. As we're 3 wide at the front of the field. The 46 of Hutchins just about took off the right front tire of Butterfield. Butterfield had to take evasive actions down to the bottom side. He'll lose the battle for the race lead. He'll have to go even further down to the inside. He's got Dobbs down there also trying to make the inside lane work. Got to be cautious. Got to be mindful of those Ute tires down there. So Butterfield going to go from battling for the race lead as they went 3 wide with the lap traffic. Now Millen has set sail once again. He's got Dean Reynolds, John Michael Brissett. Then it's Jason Butterfield down on the bottom side of the speedway. Guerin is still to the outside in car number 5. He'll power around the outside of Butterfield. He'll be able to take position 4 possibly. Butterfield's been able to make the bottom side of the speedway work. Dobbs is starting to fall back a little bit there in car number 98. Right behind them, though, there's a whole heckle and jekyll of cars back here. There you see the 22 of Rabtoy down to the bottom. There is Marty Selek. Oh, as he'll get into the back of the 46 of Hutchins. Marty going to have to check up. Now you got to wonder, is there any spring damage? Is there any damage to the shock on car number 52? Marty going to lose 1 spot, call it 2 spots, possibly 3. That's the car down to the inside. That's Bregman. He also has a chance to get around the RSN entry. Now it's going to be bumper tag on the top lane once again. That is going to be the 0-3 of Speedy Brissett. He bumps the 46. The 46 going to go up out of the way. Everybody able to work down around the bottom side around them, and then they go straight back to the top side. There you see it. That's the 4. That is John Bregman working the inside, trying to get around the 52. He started to lose a little ground. Now he'll slide up the speedway. He will lose that as the battle for the race lead. Now here comes Reynolds. Slide job in the corner. Reynolds going to jump the cushion, slides across Millen. He'll put it in the outside fence line. As he puts it up there, now he's going to have to fall back. It's John Michael Brissett taking that second spot. Millen saw the slide job. He crossed over the 79, and a good thing he pointed car number 40 off that fence line because Reynolds overcooked the corner and unfortunately found that fence, and that's not where you want to be. Right on board with our G-Stone Motors onboard camera facing the rest of the field back there. There you see John Michael Brissett. There you see Guerin. Dean Reynolds back running into the 5th spot, and Racing Jason is running 6th right now. Caution lights are on. Caution lights with 18 laps to go. Something happened to Scott Rayome, the driver out of New York. Scott Rayome's number 4 looking like it has seen better days. The rear suspension looks like it has been knocked out of whack here tonight. So Scott Rayome going for a wild ride. The question is, what was the ride? Take a look. Watch the 4 car. Down the back straightaway, you see the car start to hit the whoop sections and barrel rolled up and over. That was the 0-2 of Eric Riel, the team car. Right on board with the Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram onboard camera. Wild, wicked ride down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The question being now on everybody's mind will be, what will happen for the race lead here? Millen has it. John Michael Brissett, we talked about it. He's a 2-time winner here at the dirt track at Charlotte this season with the 802 Modified Series. Does he have what it takes? Lights will go out in the iRacing.com official pace car here. Pace truck. I should point that out. It is a pace truck. So it'll be Millen. It'll be John Michael Brissett. Then it'll be the 5 of Guerin, Dean Reynolds then. $14 of John Michael Brissett now pulling into line as the green flag is back up. We're racing once again here as Millen with a great start as, John Michael Brissett going to insert himself to the outside lane. Reynolds really had to check up in the 79 dirt car entry. Look at him as they're 3 wide down here. Here comes Robbie Schaefer, the driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Working the bottom side of the speedway is 3 wide. First lap back to green to go to Millen. Robbie Schaefer working the bottom side. Look at Speedy Brissett come in there. One driver banking it off the cushion up top. That's the 22 of Rabtoy. Dobbs going to try the middle once again. He's got Marty working the outside. Actually, sorry, that is actually the number 93 of Butterfield. There you see him in the red number 23 if you're following along by looking at his car number on screen. But if you're following along in the timing and scoring, he's car number 93 here tonight. Dobbs going to lose a couple spots, does get back to the top side, but he's lost a couple. Boyce down on the bottom also. There you see, he's the newcomer here tonight. Still battling towards the front. John Michael Brissett started to reel in car number 40. Millen, the race leader. John Michael back there running in second. Then it's Dean Reynolds, Brandon Guerin, Butterfield, your top 5 drivers. That's how they came across the line that time by. So movement back here. That is Dobbs battling side by side with Robbie Schaefer. Both these drivers have battled here on the iRacing.com platform a ton over the last couple of seasons. Caution lights on. Caution lights coming back on with just 12 laps to go. This time, car 02 of Eric Riel has gone for a little bit of a ride here, I'm being told. There you see the Brissett Racing 02 entry. Driver out of Plattsburgh, New York. Starts the 0-2 here. Let's see what happens to him. Oh, it's actually going to be Scott Rayome going around in car number 4. Ute tire. Watch this on board with that Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Middlebury, Vermont. Ute tire, 360, hammer back into it. As he'll take it down to the infield then. So that'll make things interesting here. Double file restart for Millen as we bring you back live. Millen with a great start. Something happened. John Michael Brissett up and over. Caution lights will come immediately back on. What just happened to John Michael Brissett? Watch that 14, the white and red car down to the inside. Millen fires off, and when John Michael goes back to the gas, and actually be the number 5 of Brandon Guerin being right there. John Michael's car darted to the outside lane and down in turn 1 after getting ran over. Then his car goes up and over. Watch that 14. I believe this is the best angle the truck says we have at it. Right there, they just come together on the restart. We'll see what the Canadian judge has to say about that one, eh, Chris? Of course, Chris Legou out there tuning in here tonight. So now we'll see how this is. I believe one lap's going to get ticked off the boards. We'll see how the officials score that last lap. We were going to come and get 11. We did take one lap off the ticker here tonight. So it'll be Millen, it'll be Reynolds, Rabtoy, Butterfield, Dobbs, how they're being scored here. Lights on the iRacing.com Silverado pace truck do go off. And waiting to see if they form up 2x2 or if they go single file here. Lights coming back on. Lights back on the iRacing.com pace truck. Well, we have a moment here, race fans. We got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether you're watching us live tonight on our Turn 3 Racing Facebook page or whether you're watching us live on our Turn 3 YouTube page. Bringing you all the racing action here for the 802 Modified Series. We'll also bring you 7 days a week racing action here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Bring you everything from the dirt tracks here at the dirt track at Charlotte all the way to the high banks at the Daytona International Speedway. Bringing you road course racing alongside with some of those twisty turns. I don't know how to turn right, but they tell me it works. I tried it once and it didn't work for me. So, with that being said, these drivers are making their left-hand turns here with the iRacing.com Silverado pace truck. This time, as you see it down the back straightaway, its lights are off. It will head to pit road. Millen and Reynolds. It's Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, your top 3 drivers here. Millen's going to fire it off that time out of turn number 4. Green flag is up into the air. Everybody chasing car number 40. Dean Reynolds will slide back into line. He's got Butterfield right there in car number 23. Here comes Rabtoy down to the bottom side, screaming that race die in tubing number 22. He'll work down below there, right there, just hovering that left front tire over the Ute tire. Trying to pick up P3 if he can. The bottom lane's going to work for a lap or 2 here as one car sideways back there. That was the 4 of John Bregman. They're going to go 3 wide. Here comes Boyce. Boyce down on the bottom. See Cowell back there sliding up. He'll lose a spot in his RSN entry. Still down to the inside is the 22 of Rabtoy. It's still Millen out front. Nothing has changed at the front. There you see as they come across the line. It'll be just 7 laps to go. It'll be Millen, Reynolds, Butterfield, your top 3. So it's Pennsylvania and 2 drivers out of New York. And then it's another Pennsylvania driver. This time, one driver into the wall there. That's the driver out of North Syracuse, New York. It's going to cause a stack up. Caution lights are going to come on all around the speedway here. Big pile up down here in turn number 4 with just 6 laps to go. Dean Reynolds is looking like a turtle. Last week's winner spinning around here on his lid. Robbie Schaefer also involved. Nowhere to go for the Hamburg hot dog of Robbie Schaefer. See Kawa also possibly getting a good piece of that one. So we'll have to see what this is going to look like here. This is what the truck says. Watch the number 90, the 79. That's the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Goes up, jumps over the cushion. Robbie Schaefer nowhere to go. Butterfield just barely cleared. He pulled down the raceway. There you see the 15 of Ed Brissett getting some damage. There you also saw, I believe that was Marty coming in there. Right on board here with Robbie Schaefer. Schaefer checks up, just wasn't able to pull it down off the outside lane. Robbie Schaefer will be able to carry on out of that one. Interesting chain of events here at the end of this one. So as I look at the scoring, it'll be Millen, it'll be Butterfield, Dobbs, Rabtoy, and CJ LeVere. That's now your new top 5. As we will get the 1 to go marker there. You see as they work their way through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It'll be Millen as the control car here. It'll be 5 fingers in the air, just 5 more times around when Millen does get back here. Green flag in the air. Millen's going to set sail. G-Stone Motors onboard camera here facing back at Jason Butterfield. Butterfield trying to go to victory lane. Listen to Millen work the throttle as he'll complete that lap back. 4 to go. Millen, Butterfield, Dobbs, CJ LeVere, and then it's Dylan Rabtoy back here. Rabtoy back into the 5th spot, trying to get 1 spot more from CJ LeVere. CJ LeVere is the biggest mover in Shaker so far here tonight. Moved up 17 spots. How about Shiloh Boyce? He's picked up a handful of spots here, driver of that 518 entry. 3 laps to go. The old popsicle sticks are about to get wound up here for driver number 40 of Josiah Millen. 2 laps to go here for the driver of car number 40 to see if he can put it in victory lane here tonight at Charlotte. Down the back straightaway he goes with that brand new Doug Ungori paint scheme on this number 40. Fresh out of the paint booth here tonight. He'll pick up the white flag. It'll be 1 more lap around the speedway here for Josiah Millen. See how bumpy it is up against the outside wall. He'll come out of turn 2. The car looks good. He's got 2 more corners to navigate here. Millen still working the outside. He'll come out of turn 4. He'll go to pick up his first ever victory. The number 40 of Josiah Millen of win tonight's 40-lap main event here for round number 7. Jason Butterfield, Racing Jason will finish then 3rd. CJ LeVere, Shiloh Boyce getting a top 5 here in his first ever race with the series. Unofficial results are scrolling on the left-hand side. I wanted to say the right-hand side, but it's the left-hand side over here tonight on this timing and scoring. Josiah Millen will pick up the big W here tonight. I'm sure he's going to celebrate this one. He has a lot of fans tuning in all over the country here tonight, cheering for him. So as he's got the brand new paint, he's got the brand new trophy here tonight, and when you look at the points, there might be a big points shake-up here tonight. We'll have to see how those all shake out here. Millen came in just about 20 points, under 20 points out of the points lead. We'll see how that looks after we take a quick break. We'll be right back here to the dirt track at Charlotte with your StoneCDJR.com post-race show.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the dirt track at Charlotte here tonight for the 802 Modified Series presented by GStoneMotors.com. It's time for your post-race show after 40 laps of feature racing action here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Let's head down trackside and get that StoneCDJR.com post-race show going. Let's start things off with the driver that will find himself in victory lane. How about it, Mr. Millen? This track, you're very familiar with it, and you are able to pick up your first win here with the 802 Modified Series tonight.
Well, first and foremost, crack a cold one to that. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this track. This is probably one of my favorite tracks on the iRacing server. Man, the key is just to get to the top early and as fast as you can.
You talk about getting to the top side of the speedway. We saw towards the end of this one a lot of drivers like Butterfield, and I believe that was the 79 of Dean Reynolds there. A couple times they were peeking to the inside. At one point, that 79 came across the nose. It looked like he was going to get it, but those bumps on the high lane here tonight were rough.
Yeah, it was really about who could get through the whoop section the best. He threw a haymaker, and he knows as well as I do the top's dominant here at Charlotte, so he had to throw whatever he could. It looked like he got in a little bit too hot. He did a good job of saving it.
And then you ended up having those last couple of restarts. So how nervous are you when you look in the back mirror there? You see the drivers like CJ Lavere, Rab Toys right there, Dobbs, the newcomer Butterfield all night was right there nipping on the heels. How do you cope with those final restarts being so hectic?
Well, just trying to keep my nerves calm, which I'm not very good at doing, and just trying to nail the restarts. That was a big winner in this race, was timing my restarts good and just getting a couple car lengths entering the first corner to try to counter the slide jobs that may or may not be coming.
Well, you were able to do it here tonight, Mr. Millen. Congratulations on picking up your first ever win. You also picked up that heat race win here tonight. Before we let you go, the red carpet's got to roll out. The microphone is yours. Who do you have to thank back home in Kutztown, Pennsylvania?
First and foremost, I got to thank my wife for letting me come back here on Tuesday nights and running with the 802 series. Rob puts on a good series. I got to thank him for doing this. Got to thank G-Stone Motors for sponsoring this series. I got to thank my sponsors, Jordan Hen Racing. We're a 358 modified team out of Berks County, Pennsylvania. We run at Grandview. Our season is just a few weeks away. If you want to check us out on Facebook, Jordan Hen Racing. I want to thank my Turn 3 Posse boys for, we race every week together. Fortunately, none of them are here tonight, so I'm kind of celebrating by myself. I want to thank you guys, Turn 3 Racing Network, for being on my car and always putting on great broadcasts.
There you hear it from the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. His 358-hole Saturday night season will start in 18 days exactly. I just saw it over on the Jordan Hen Racing page. Find them on Facebook.com. But congratulations to Josiah Miller. He'll waltz into victory lane, the second-place driver here tonight. Brand new to the series, making his first ever start. The driver out of Syracuse, New York, driving car number, well, if you followed along all night on the timing and scoring, it was car number 93. If you looked at the side, it was car number 23. That is Jason Butterfield. He was able to lead a couple laps in his heat race and then battled right down to the thick of things here at the end of this one with Mr. Millen. But it'll be Jason Butterfield in his first ever race, picking up P number 2 here tonight. A good run for him. Congratulations to the whole crew on that car here tonight. But sitting back into P number 3 here, he's sitting silently down there. I know he's got a lot of Go Vols nations out there watching. What do you say, Mr. Tobbs? You picked up 2 spots here tonight. This old volunteer car looks pretty sporty out there.
Yeah, you know, Roger, my paint guy really, I think, just set my ego high. So when I get in this thing, I just got to win, you know. Well, not win because I can't freaking win, but, you know, like the Vols, baby, win that SEC championship.
Well, we knew sooner or later the SEC championship was going to come up. But, you know, we talked to you a couple weeks ago. You never saw one of these in real life till all of a sudden you saw one rolling down the street or down the highway a couple weeks ago. I believe they were headed down there to South Carolina to run. But what have you learned this season with these modifieds here with the 802 guys?
Just listen to the guys you run with. You know, guys like Cole Day and Josiah Millen and Kyle Leisure and all those guys that really know how to wheel these things. They teach you really quick, and just keep the thing straight and play with that throttle, and you can eventually be up front with them.
Well, you have done that so far here this season. How strange is it, though? You talk about drivers, and I don't want to say per se clicks, but a lot of these drivers are out of the Northeast. There's only, I believe, 2 or 3 of you that are spread out through the country, and you're one of those drivers. How hard is it to come battle with the guys from the Northeast?
It's real rough, Roger. You know, you got to learn to drive with these guys, and a lot of good drivers in here. You know, you got to stay patient with them. You got to kind of be aggressive, but not too aggressive because you don't want to be a jerk and take anybody out. But I mean, you just got to drive and make sure you don't run over nobody, but be fast all at the same time. Does that make sense?
It's a rough balance, but you were able to do it here tonight. Dobbs, this car was looking good out there. Tell us about the dog on the side of it. What's the meaning of the dog?
Oh, Smokey, the old coonhound. That's Tennessee's mascot. I think they're at I think this is Smokey 7. I think. I'm not really for sure. That's terrible for me to not know my knowledge, but that's what it is. That's Smokey. That's the mascot for Tennessee. Go Vols.
Well, it's looking good out there. It's looking fresh, just like that car you detailed out there the other day. We saw that on Facebook. But, hey, Dobbs, anybody you got to give the big shout-outs to that helps this number 98 stay as quick as it is here with the 802 Modified Series.
Yeah, I like to thank my wife, Kelly. You know, she puts up with me racing these cars every night. And, you know, my kids, Connor, Colby, JC, and my mom, my dad, especially my dad, for always helping me out when I need him. My best friend, Ben, my sister-in-law, Maggie, and my best old buddy, Justin, and, of course, you, Roger, for putting on a broadcast, buddy.
There you hear it from your third place driver here tonight. He hails out of Crossville, Tennessee. Racing Jason will round down our podium finishers here tonight. CJ LeVere does finish back into the 4 spot with car number 4. He was able to pick up 17 spots here to finish in P number 4. Just behind him to round down the top 5, that was Shiloh Boyce back there in car number 66, making his first ever start. So a lot of drivers here tonight making their first ever start with the 802 Modified Series, and what a show they put on, along with some of the wily veterans here of the series. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here as we're getting ready to leave the dirt track at Charlotte. We will head back down south to Florida. We will head to the Volusia Speedway, or Volusia Raceway per se, for round number 8. And we will see if we can find another new winner. We just had 2 back-to-back new winners. Dean Reynolds picking up round number 6, and round number 7 going to Josiah Millen. But boy, that's going to about do things here for us tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show here for the 802 Modified Series, presented by GStoneMotors.com. Until we see you next time, race fans, my name's Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports, and it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.